I'm hanging out upstairs at the Good Earth with Derek Weaver from our herb room. Hi, Derek.
Hello.
So we've got 2 herbs we're going to talk about today.
Yes, one of my favorites first is Lobelia, and then we're going to talk about Osha.
Now, I know we talked about Lobelia a little bit when we did a segment about helping people quit smoking.
Absolutely, yeah, it's wonderful for that.
Okay, what else is it good for?
Well, in general, Lobelia is really good at removing obstructions and congestion in the body. That's why it's good for the lungs when you're healing from smoking. But it's also a thinking herb, as Dr. Christopher always called it. It helps when you put it with other formulas. It kind of takes all the herbs and takes that formula to the problem area and stimulates that area to clear, heal, or just remove whatever obstruction is there keeping the body from healing itself. So it's pretty fabulous in a lot of different ways.
Tell me more.
Well, Lobelia over the years has kind of gotten a bad rap. There's an old herbalist named Samuel Thompson that was one of the first kind of noted to be the one that discovered Lobelia. And as a kid, he was an herbalist just naturally, and he would go out in the fields and taste random herbs and do things. And he found great joy in bringing his friends around to taste the Lobelia flowers and watch them vomit. So it's kind of scary and weird to think that an herb can just make you do that so quickly. But what it's doing is it's actually removing all the buildup mucus from the body and allowing the body then to have the channels of elimination so it can clear itself of any problems and heal itself much more effectively. But there was actually a story of where he took a gentleman out to give him some, and this guy then actually reported him to the authorities and was trying to kill him and said that he had killed several other people. So it's known in literature and stuff. People will say that, oh, people have almost died from it. Well, nobody's ever died from it as far as I can tell, and Dr. Christopher swears that it's the safest herb you'll ever use. He took as much as 4 tablespoons of the tincture one time, vomited profusely, and then said he felt better than he'd felt in a long time afterwards, but it was kind of a mistake that he took that much, but he knowingly did it.
What you're trying to purge is mucus. You're not
Yes.
trying to purge from, let's say, food poisoning.
It could be that sort of instance if your body is not healthy enough for that poison to make it through safely, then, yes, maybe it might help to clear the bowels so it could come through if it can't come back up. But I would say, yeah, more so where, as with the smoking, it's clearing the tar out of the lungs, or say in some instances, with pregnant women using it, and it is safe for pregnant women to use, if the baby is healthy enough to be carried to term, it will strengthen and tone the uterus and heal and, get everything in working order. But if it's not a healthy baby, it will actually abort the baby. So it does it moves things in the direction that the body wants it to go, and it will heal in the way that the body needs it to heal. So it's kind of one of these, magical herbs. We just don't know enough about it yet, but we do know it's safe, and it's been used miraculously many, 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 many times.
It's safe, but it's also pretty powerful.
Absolutely.
So you've got to work with somebody to know exactly how to take it.
Right. And there's, as far as I understand, there's not a toxic dose, but if you take enough of it, you might feel like you're dying for a while. So don't freak out. But yes, it's good to speak to, a healthcare professional to know what you're getting yourself into.
Alrighty. And our second herb?
Second herb is Osha. Osha is an expectorant and a diaphoretic. That basically means that it's helping to get the mucus out of the lungs, and it also helps to build a sweat to get the toxins out through the pores of the skin, which is very good at detoxifying the body, basically. It is also a known antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. It's really good at clearing the sinuses, the throat, the general respiratory system, and it brings up respiratory secretions and relaxes the lung muscles. So it's also been known to be used for arthritis and carpal tunnels. It's kind of old Indian ways of using it. And it stops the replication of bacteria and yeast. It works very well with viruses too.
I don't know this herb, Osha. How is it spelled?
Osha.
And Osha is a plant, a tree, a weed?
It's a plant. It's sort of, from my understanding, sort of related to echinacea, your purple coneflower.
Any other things we should know about Osha?
Just kind of a fun story. A guy told me the other day, I had no idea about it. Apparently, bears will dig this up in the wild. They'll just knock the plant over and dig up the root. They won't actually pull the root up and out, but they just kind of scratch their claws on the root, and then they will smell their claws. I don't know if this is helping their respiratory system somehow, but I just found that kind of interesting. The animals use these herbs too.
That is fun. We're sort of bear related, maybe. I don't know. Derek, if anyone is interested in learning more about herbs from you, what's your website?
It's HealYourDisease.com.
HealYourDisease.com, or you can find Derek here at The Good Earth. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.